I'm just here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Hump day. Hey, let's go. Oh, and Tony G. Hoffa, welcome to the show. It is Hump Day Wednesday, baby. Let's get it cracking. Let's see who is checking in the building with your boy this morning. If you're here, comment, like, heart, share. Let's go. Who's checking in on Hump Day? Yo, Cousin Chris, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Mr. Sean Long is in the building. Shout out to you. Thanks for checking in. My man, 10 grand with the plan. Dan with the cat is in the building. Good morning to you, sir. Pat, Daddy, what is going on? Good to see you. Who else we got in the building today? We have Mr. Kent Rhodes. Good morning to you, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see who else we got checking in here. Jacob, what is up, man? I salute to you, brother, on Hump Day. You ready to get over this hump? Well, I'm going to help you do it today. I got the antidote, baby. Mr. Antonio Wright, best painter in the whole wide world, is in the building. Good to see you, brother. Woo! Obed, thanks for checking out with your boy this morning. Appreciate it, brother. See you doing fantastic things out there. Oh, man, we got a lot of people in the building on Hump Day today. You guys ready to get over the Hump Day blues, I see. But don't worry, we're going to get the show started in just one moment. I see the lights coming. I see the loves coming. Make it rain. Give me my fuel, baby, because today we about to get lit up in here. Ooh. You guys got the Hump Day blues, huh? You guys are just excited as I am. Well, let me tell you, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone, and I am the host of the Daily Dose, and I want to welcome you to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you do with yours today? That's a very important question. I'm very curious. What are you guys going to do with yours today? What you going to do with your life today? Well, I know you need to do one thing for me, because check this out. I know some of your friends, some of your family members, some of your coworkers, somebody needs to get their daily dose of positivity, and I got the antidote. So you all know what we got to do. On the count of 3, help me say it, baby. 1, 2, 3. Hulk smash that share button, baby. Hit that share button so your buddy can get their daily dose, because I'm popping pills to everybody today. They're going to want to know what today's secret sauce is going to be. And don't worry, baby. I got the Prego. I got the Ragu. I got the homemade enchilada, baby. We're going to get lit today. Thank you guys for tuning in on Hump Day. Let's get right into it, man. I want to tell 2 stories here real quick. They're really short stories, and some of you guys are really going to be able to feel these short stories here. But today, let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. We are tired of grinding our gears, so we're going to talk about the 5 tips and the 5 ways to work smarter and not so much harder. So hit the love button if you're feeling me on that. So first story I want to tell is the story, this conversation that I had with this person. They said, I don't want to go into too much detail about what happened, but what's more important is what they said. They said, man, I come here every day and I bust my freaking butt and I grind and I hustle and I barely take bathroom breaks and I barely even take lunch breaks sometimes. And I just, and gosh, it's just, they're not getting the results. And you know, something started going through my mind. I'm like, man, I wonder how many other people out there feel the exact same way. If you feel that same way, hit the like button, hit the love button. If you feel like you go to work every day and you just bust your butt and you just grind and you just hustle and you are spinning your wheels and you're not getting the results, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that love button, comment for me and let me know. You guys know I always try to go through and comment after the video. Let me know if that's you. So that was one thing, because that person was not getting the results that they wanted. And I tried to teach them different avenues, different techniques, different areas where they can improve, but they just continued to do the same thing over and over and not get the desired results that they wanted. Now, this other story is really pretty cool, and I think you guys I think I'm going to hit the nail in the coffin with this one. So this is a story that I heard at Hustle and Grind Con about this, like a tree chopping competition. You know, so there's this champion that wins every year, this big muscle bound dude. He's like big and swollen, stocky. And, you know, I'm talking about, like, you know, you take the axe and you just be chopping the trees down, right? And they have competitions with that. I don't think I'd ever want to do that, but that's besides the point. So this reigning champion every year just goes into every battle just knowing that he's going to win because he's the biggest, he's the strongest, he's the meanest. And all of a sudden, we get a new challenger this year. And this guy is like lean and small and doesn't really look like too muscular or something like that, you know. And so he comes in, he says, I challenge you. You accept my challenge, I'm coming here to take your belt. And the big strong guy's like, you little tiny thing gonna take my belt? Okay, sure, whatever. This should be easy, right? So here we go. You know, the judges are counting down. They got two big old trees, right? Like huge, massive trees. And they say, you know, 3, 2, 1, go. And the big guy's just chopping away, and the little guy's just chopping away, right? So a little bit of time goes by, and he asks the referee or whatever. He says, hey, do you mind if I take a moment real quick? Just take a little break. And the referee's like, yeah. So the guy goes around the corner and does something, who knows, but he's taking a break. And the big guy's like, is this guy crazy? Like, he's going against the #1 tree chopping dude in the world, and this guy wants to take a break. Okay, dig your own grave. So the big guy's just chopping, right? So the guy comes back and he gets to just chipping away, handling his business. And then the big guy, and then, you know, maybe another 5-10 minutes go by, and the guy's like, hey, can I take another break? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, go ahead and take your break. So the big guy's just like, this guy's got to be crazy, man. I'm just chomping away, right? So the little guy comes back and he just gets to chipping. And so some time goes on. Like, keep in mind, this tree's like really big. It's going to take some time to get this thing chopped down, right? So next thing you know, the big guy, he's starting to get tired or whatever, but he's still chomping away. And the little guy's like, hey, can I take a break again? And next thing you know, the guy comes back. Moral of the story is the little guy ended up beating the big guy. And everybody's like, oh, the big guy's like, what in the world, man? I don't get it. You know, I'm stronger. I'm chunking big old wood blocks, and this little old guy comes and he comes in and beat me. Like, how did this happen? You were taking so many breaks. And the little guy was like, well, actually, when I was taking my little breaks, I was going over there to sharpen my blade up, and while you were chomping ahead at that dull blade. So although you were working harder, I was working smarter. And that led to the victory. Hit that like button, hit that love button if you can feel that story right there. I remember, man, that is a good old story. My question to you is that you? Are you grinding your gears? Are you just really like just sweating and losing brain cells because you think you work so hard and yet you're not getting the results? It's probably because you need to work a little bit smarter and not harder. And today, I got the antidote for you guys. So we're going to talk about 5 tips to help you work smarter and not harder. Get your pens out, get your iPhones out, get everything out, because you know that I'm about to bring the secret sauce today, baby. Yeah, let's go. Okay, tip number 1. Don't settle for the first thing that comes in your brain. A lot of us do that. So even when it comes to stuff like goal setting and stuff like that, we'll think about, okay, what's important to me? This is important to me. Bam, and you write it down. Here's the deal, guys. We talk a lot about digging beyond the surface versus settling for what's on the surface. You have to do this thing called brainstorming. You remember back in school when the teacher taught you how to brainstorm? She told you to make a big old circle and put the main idea right there in the front, right? And then she wanted you to make a little line right here to go to a subcategory, and then a line right here to go to a subcategory, and then a line right here to go to another subcategory, right? The problem is we don't brainstorm enough, guys. Like, we always want to say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, that's cool. We're going to do that. No. You got to brainstorm, guys. You got to dig beyond the surface. Don't settle for the first thing that comes to your mind. Think outside the box. Or let me give you another good one. Whatever you're thinking, think bigger. That's what really helped me when it came to my goal setting and accomplishing a lot of goals. The first thing that came on my mind, I'm like, okay, that is a good start. But how can we make this thing bigger? How can we make this thing better? How can we make this thing so massive? How can I set this thing so high that if I accomplish it, like, I'll be in Disney World every day in my brain? Like, that's how hard and how deep you got to think. So again, don't settle for the first thing that comes to your mind. Whatever you're thinking, think bigger and use those brainstorming skills that they gave us when we were back in grade school and stuff like that. Number 2, why is your absolute favorite question? Whenever you're thinking about something, I want you to put the why in there. We already know the who, the what, the when, the where, but why is crucial. There's even a book out there that's called The Power of Why. There's another book out there called Start with Why. Why is a very, very, very powerful question. So whenever you get to brainstorming and thinking about your production, think about why you're doing it. If you want to go a certain avenue or a certain direction, think about why you want to go that way and try to think about the end results of what will happen if you went through that trajectory. And think of another avenue and say, if you did that, what will happen at the end of that road if you go to it? But always start with why. Why will take you very far. And you may find out some stuff when you're talking about why to yourself. You'll be like, man, you know, that's a pretty dumb idea. Why did I even think of that? I don't even know what I was thinking. But start with why, guys. Why will take you very far, especially in goal setting, because when your why is powerful enough and you're constantly reminded of why you're doing something, it's going to help you stay focused on that goal. That's what I'm talking about. So start with why. Number 3, if you think you have worked hard, compare yourself to somebody else's work. Now, I know this is a little bit of an oxymoron because yesterday we just talked about not comparing ourselves, where there is a difference, and let me explain. There is a difference between idolizing somebody and wanting to be like somebody. There's a difference between that and looking at somebody else and using them as a gauge. Usually the people who have the absolute best results, they are doing something. They are working hard and they are also working smart. So you want to figure out what they are doing. And I should have wore this shirt today, but I got it right here. Don't worry. You want to outwork, out-hustle, and out-grind everybody. So use that person as a gauge. Again, if you think you're working hard, compare your hard work to the top performing hard worker. And I want you to study them. And you say, okay, they're getting results. Am I doing the things that they're doing? Am I coming to work early? Am I utilizing my time efficiently? Am I wasting time on social media? Okay, what do they do to get the results that they want? And am I working as hard? So again, we're not using them as a comparison tool to idolize them, but we're trying to compare and contrast our level of work ethic there. So I hope you guys understand the difference between those two, because there is a huge difference. In your career field, look at the top performer, gauge their level of hard work, and ask yourself, am I working that hard, or am I working as smart as that person is working? So number 4, this is my favorite right here. Become the hardest working person in the room. I should change that. Become the smartest working person in the room. Now, here's the deal. This is the reason that this is my favorite, is because we all work in a career field where there's a whole lot of people on our team or in our group and something like that. I promise you, if you are the hardest, smartest working person in the room, you will get those results. You have to keep those eyes wondering. You have to keep those eyes gazing. And keep in mind, guys, sometimes this is very hard. This is extremely hard for me. I'm going to tell you this right now. My wife will tell you, can you please stop working? You're home right now. And I work so hard and I try to work smart because I want to get the level of, my goals are just so high and I'm so dedicated to accomplishing them. The work brain is just always going, and I'm admitting this is hard for me, but you got to work outside of work as well too. You got to outwork and outthink and outsmart your competition. When you think that they're asleep, they're trying to get a competitive edge. They're feeding that brain, the biggest muscle inside their body. And you got to ask yourself, am I working as hard or smart as the other person? And the answer every time should be absolutely yes. All of you say that you make these goals and you want to accomplish your goals. And like Eric Thomas says, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. Well, you know what beasts do? They outwork, they out-hustle, they outgrind every single person that they come into contact with. And if you want to accomplish your goals as bad as you want to breathe, that has to be you. If that is not you, then c'est la vie. Peace out. You're not the one. Neo, red pill, blue pill, pick one. This has to be you. Everybody says they want to do these things, but they don't want to do the things as bad as they say they want to do. They say they want to make this money, and somebody like me will give you the roadmap. Okay, in order to make the kind of money you want to make, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, and then they say, oh my gosh, that's the road to success, and they get scared. No, in order to drive through that road, you got to outwork, out hustle, out grind every single body. Be the hardest, smartest person working in the room. Today it's lit, guys. That's the secret sauce of the day. That is the secret sauce of the day. Be the hardest person working, the smartest person working in the entire room. Out hustle, out grind everybody. Number 5, victory is on the other side of defeat. All right, let me put things into perspective right there for that one right there. Okay. I've read a lot of quotes. I've read a lot of memes. I've seen a lot of pictures illustrated. The moment where we feel like we want to give up, the moment we feel like we fail, the moment that we feel like we want to turn around and go back down and drown in our sorrows, right on the other side, like I'm talking literally inches, right on the other side of that is victory. And so many times we bust our butt, we grind, we hustle, we put blood, sweat, and tears into every single thing that we do. And then for some reason or another, we just get this exhausted feeling, and we all do this one thing. We all got it in common. I do it. You guys do it. There's this exhale. It's like we've been inhaling for so long, and we hold our breath, and we just run and go and attack, and we do all the things that we know that we need to do to get to our desired results. And somewhere along the way, we just get exhausted because we're not breathing. We get exhausted because we give all of our energy. We devote all of our power to this. And then when we feel like we're chucking away at it and we just can't chuck no more because we're so tired and we're exhausted, we all do the same thing. We do this exhale. We go, and you just have that moment. Some people call it the F it moment. Some people call it a I give up moment. Some people are like, what am I doing this for? Why am I grinding my gears? Why do I keep doing this? We all have that exhale moment. We just, and that's just it. Guys, victory is literally inches away. And the difference between the people that achieve that victory versus the ones that don't is that they give every single ounce left in their entire body to it. You guys all have it. Exhaustion, that's just temporary. Let me give you an example. When you're working out or something and you're doing HIIT workouts, I hate HIIT workouts, by the way. I hate HIIT workouts. You just, you know, if you guys do the beach body stuff, you know, Sean T's a great motivator. He's like, come on, I know you got one more in you. I know you can do one more set. And all of a sudden, you dig deep. That's what he talks about. He talks about dig deep. You dig deep. And just when you thought you couldn't do one more push-up, you grind it out and you just squirm and you're like, and you finally got it because you gave that last single ounce. If you're doing burpees, I hate burpees. If you're doing burpees and you try to, you just dead, you want to just lay on the floor, you look like Mike Tyson punched you out and you're looking at the ceilings, you're like, come on, I know I got one more in me. If you're doing a bench press and you're going for a personal record and you're halfway there and you just feel like you can't get it and your spotter is just yelling in your ear, come on, one more rep, I know you can do it. And you finally extend those arms all the way out and you finally get it. You gave your every last ounce. If you are squatting down in there and you feel like you can't get up and you stuck and your legs are shaking and trembling and you're trying to get to the top and you just know you do it and you focus on your why and you focus on how powerful it is and you know you got to accomplish it because you want it as bad as you want to breathe and you finally extend all the way to the top and you let it out and you go, you let it out, that feels good. You gave every last ounce. And that's what it feels like, guys. Victory is just inches away from that defeat and that failure and that wanting to give up. And the only way you're going to get it is if you give every last ounce, if you give every last gram, if you give every last millimeter, if you give every last inch, if you give every last second. That's how you guys are going to accomplish it. So it's time to work smarter and not harder, guys. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed today's Daily Dose. Please do me a favor. Please, please, please hit that share button because I know some of your friends, some of your family members, some of your coworkers, even your pets. I heard that there's some pets out there listening to the Daily Dose, popping mollies, getting their Daily Dose pills. Somebody needs to hit this message, so please share, guys, because again, I'm just a kid from the south side of Chicago that's trying to make the world smile and change people's lives, and I need your help to do it. Please hit the share button, tag some buddies in it or something. Help your boy out. Y'all have a fantastic hump day, guys. Peace out.